What is up, guys? It is your boy here, IdealPlay. Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, guys. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys what the best weapon is to use in the PvP, and more specifically, Trials of the Nine. I know, I'm finally doing a PvP video. You guys knew this would come sometime at whatever point, and I found the very best weapon that you guys really should be using, especially if you're just an average player and you're not that great. Before I jump into this video, guys, I'm doing a $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Some of you guys have been saying this is fake, or like, you don't actually give it away. That's funny, because I actually gave away a Destiny 2 copy just a week ago, so yeah, if you don't want to enter, that's fine. But to enter, you basically just go in the description. You can do as many entries as possible, like adding me on Snapchat, Twitter, subscribing to the channel. Twitch subscribers get a bonus. Liking the video would be kind of you, but it's not necessarily required, and you can leave a comment below what your thoughts are on this video, or if you have any other weapons that you would like to suggest for me to use and test out. I will take that into consideration, and I will reply to as many questions as you guys have. So basically, for those of you that have played Trials of the Nine, you're probably thinking in your head, you're probably just talking about Mida multi-tool, right? Well, I'm actually not. Basically, everyone that I play in Trials of the Nine are using the Mida multi-tool, and it's really hard to find a counter to this weapon, especially if you're playing a full team of 4 that's like super stacked and they know how to play with that weapon. Basically, they just sit back. And there are ways to counter this by being very aggressive, but if that's not your play style of being aggressive and pushing with momentum and stuff, then this is going to be very difficult for you to counter, because Midas just sit back, and if you aren't very aggressive, you're going to be sitting back as well. But if you don't have a weapon to counter against that, then you're pretty much screwed. But there's another weapon that you guys can actually get that is actually, in my opinion, way better than the Mida multi-tool. The weapon is called the End. It's also a scout rifle, but this weapon is easier to obtain. You don't have to do any quests, nothing like that. I got it. It's a Trials scout rifle, so basically you get it from playing Trials of the Nine. You can win 3 games in a row, or not in a row, but if you win 3 games, you have a chance of getting the scout rifle pretty much, or you could just get it from like a random drop from playing Trials of the Nine. So there might be a few games where you might struggle to be able to get this, but eventually you will get this weapon. And once you get this weapon, you will quickly find out that this weapon is way better than the Mida multi-tool. I'm gonna go ahead and go over some of the perks it has. The first perk it has is sliding partially reloads this weapon, magazine and temporarily boosts handling and stability. This is amazing, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I slide everywhere. People that have fast movements and are always moving around tend to be better players. There's still some good players that like to just sit back and be slow and everything, but the fast-paced players that are always just constantly moving and sliding and just doing all these different movements typically are better players, and this will help you out a lot, because if you're sliding everywhere and doing all that stuff, this is a perk that just helps you out just by playing the way you were already playing. It basically reloads your magazine, so you don't even have to reload after you're shooting at an enemy. Let's say the enemy was going to outbeat you, you know you're going to die, so you back out, you slide, boom, your magazine's refilled from the ammo that you're shooting at him, and you have a boost in handling and stability, so if you turn around and try to shoot the man, your handling and stability are increased, and you have a better chance of coming back and killing him. Then another perk it has is auto reloads part of the magazine when wielder is critically wounded. So when you drop your shields and you're blinking, it auto reloads part of your magazine. So if you're shooting and your shields get dropped, and let's say you're about to run out of ammo in your scout rifle and you're like, man, I'm about to lose this gun battle because this man in front of me is putting more damage on me and I'm about to run out of ammo. Well, you're critically wounded, it refills your ammo. Hopefully you're doing some dodgy moves to hopefully dodge some bullets, and then you have your ammo back right away and you can challenge him and hopefully win that battle. Now, you don't have to use the first perk I was talking about, which is called Slideways. There's actually another one called Autoloader Holster. The holster weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time. I would just use Slideways, it's way better. And then the different barrels can increase range and handling by sacrificing stability. There's also one that increases handling. Now I'm going to show you gameplay of me using this weapon so you guys can get a really good idea of me using it in Trials of the Nine, and a really good perspective of why I think it's really good. I had another teammate that I was playing with during this gameplay that also had the weapon, and when we were team shotting with this thing, it was insane. Now you guys are probably saying, well, the Mida's insane as well. Well, this weapon actually does more damage to the head than the Mida does. This weapon does 58 damage to the head, while the Mida does 54. It also does more damage towards the body, just by a little bit. So if you're really good at hitting headshots, that extra 4 damage could actually mean a lot, especially if you put it in terms of more than one person. You can 4-shot people with this thing. It's so crispy. The recoil on this thing, like the stability and recoil, is so smooth. It's like literally you're pulling the trigger and your aim isn't moving whatsoever. You're literally just shooting and shooting shooting with no recoil whatsoever, pretty much. So as long as you can have good aim and hit their head, the recoil is not going to be bouncing around for you to miss their head even more. You'll find me winning 2v1 battles, and then when we're team shotting with this thing, it's just ridiculous. Enemies literally die in decimal seconds. Like, they don't even die in 1 second, they die in less than a second. It's ridiculous. If you guys are wondering what other weapon I'm using with Scout Rifle to help out with it, I'm using the Origin Story Auto Rifle. So that way when I get into more closer battles, I just switch to my auto rifle and spray the enemy down. Auto rifles are actually really good. However, for the certain map on Trials this week, the end is the best thing possible. Some of you are probably going to say, well, this gun might not be the best on other maps on quick play. I understand that. There might be some better options, but if you're going to use a Scout Rifle, the end is your best option. And especially for Trials of the 9 during this week on this map, this is definitely the best weapon to be using. And on any medium long range map, this will be your weapon of choice. I didn't see any other PvP YouTubers really posting about this, so I really wanted to show you guys. Maybe they just don't have the weapon and realize how great it is. They're probably just going with the bandwagon saying Mida multi-tool is the best, when really it's not. If you have a full team of the ends versus the Mida multi-tools, and you guys are evenly matched and like have the same weapon skill and everything, I can guarantee you the ends will win in most battles. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm not a super PvP expert. Hopefully you do understand that. And also, I got a juicy video for you guys tomorrow as well, so if you want to subscribe, turn on notifications for that, make sure to do. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I upload awesome content that you don't want to miss out on. Comment below what your thoughts are, if you have any suggestions or better weapons in mind. I'm open to all criticism and anything you have to say in the comment section. I'll be reading every single one. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys next video. This was your boy, and peace.
Move out the way, please don't be a hero. Bling, blow, ooh, she no skateboard P. Bling, blow, ooh, she no skateboard P. Yeah, going 8 like nigga. Move out the way, please don't be a hero. Bling, blow, ooh, she no skateboard P. Ooh, bling, blow, ooh, she no skateboard P. Hey, yeah, made that money on a Monday. Yeah, ratchet bit on a runway.